when you're ready.
Go ahead, Bridget.
So, welcome everybody to Group Insights for the Soul. And I'll share a little story about what intuition and insight mean meant to me and now means to me. When I first started my journey into tapping into my own intuition, I was constantly looking to the outside for the answers. And I would hear somebody say, "Oh, do you want some insight on that?" And I'd be like, "Oh, they're going to give me the answer." And I would walk away, and sometimes the meaning that I had behind certain words didn't make cognitive sense to me. And so I'd walk away and I'd go, "That didn't make any sense. Like, I don't know what they're talking about." But then I started to uh, understand it's not always in my cognitive brain, but tapping into my entire being for it to make sense. So that gut instinct, the entire being part of me, not just my cognitive. And as I started to lean into what it felt like in my body as I was engaged in dialogue with other people, I started to desire more of knowing within me what was true for me. And so these group insights are designed not just for Lori and I to give intuitive insights for a question that somebody has, but for all of us together to tap into what it means to us individually. And the power of doing it within a group is if I ask a question or there's some insight that is coming in for me, it can benefit each one of us and vice versa. Somebody else might ask a question and I go, "Oh my gosh, this is what it means to me." And so as we each one of you can come on, can ask a question. If there's something that you've been pondering or um, it, anything like that that you'd like some insight dialogue on, or we can pull an angel card and see where the energy flows from there. As each one of us do that, there'll be things that come up, and God doesn't waste anything. So these group dynamics are so powerful. And I just encourage you just to sit with not the meaning behind even the words or how it cognitively may be making sense, but sit with how it feels in your body and what pings for you, what things are brought up for you. And we'll go from there. Anything else, Lori?
No, I'm always so honored to be in this space with other women who are looking to go deeper, like Bridget was talking about. Our greatest gift is discernment, always. Because discernment is exactly what Bridget's talking about. What does that mean for me? And how is God communicating to me through this thing for the direction or the awareness or whatever for me? So I love that it says in scripture to work out our own salvation. And that's really what we're talking about through the use of internal pinging, like Bridget talks about, and external feedback from trusted counsel. So, with that, I'm Lori Dotson. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Lori Dotson. I am an intuitive coach, consciousness teacher, and reality creation mentor. And this is my sweet friend and partner, Bridget. And we just love to show up and give this insight and see where it goes. So, Bridget, who are you feeling like goes first today?
Gina.
Oh, so Gina, you can ask a question. You can say, here's the situation I just want insight in, or we do have some cards that you can choose, and then we can just see what shows up.
I think I'm interested in the card scenario.
Okay. So I have one, two, or three.
Three.
All right. And guess what? I brought my glasses because in previous ones I didn't have my glasses. However, it's not very light in here. So I'm like, we're just going to keep rolling with this. We're figuring this out as we go. All right. That one right there. All right. Your card says, oh, let me show you a picture. And your card says, your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. Bridget, let me know if you want to go first on this one or if you want me to go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the very first thing that came up um, is that whole piece of everything is working in your favor. And sometimes when things are going hard or it feels like a struggle or we're getting the same results we've been getting, right? We're doing the same thing, so we're getting the same results, and we think that we are maybe in, stuck in a pattern. The old me would have said that's true. The me that just got evoked in this very second says, I don't know that I believe that anymore. Because guess what? When I go to the gym, I don't go to the gym and pick up a 3-pound weight and then the very next day pick up a 5-pound weight and then the very next day pick up a 10-pound weight and then the very next day pick up a 15-pound weight. I am not progressing um, in the physical every single day. Right now, my muscles are getting stronger every day, but the result of what weight of weight the weight of the weight that I'm using doesn't necessarily increase every day. I might do a month of 5-pound weights before I recognize, oh, I'm ready to move up in my weight to 10-pound weights. So what came up with everything's working in your favor is even those things that you think you're not progressing in, even those things that you think aren't your desire in this moment, even what you're doing every day, showing up, being aware of how you're functioning is working in your favor, because it may not appear like things are changing on the outside, but they must be changing on the inside because you keep showing up, you keep asking the questions, you stay in curiosity, you stay open to what's new and what's next. So even those things that we think are not our desire are still working in our favor towards our desire.
Was there anything in that card or what Lori said, Gina, that it was hitting for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that there's a lot of opportunity to focus on the external result or the weight that I'm picking up as opposed to the fact that everything's in constant change, even when I don't see it happening in the physical.
Yeah. There was a what I felt as Lori started to read your card, Gina, there was a big, like, you the feeling that I have is that you take energetically, you hold tons of space. You take up, like, I kept getting this encompassing the world feeling.
Mm,
You are so magnetic, and you can you can reach Antarctica and the South Pole all at the same time. Like that's how much space you can encompass. And everything is working in your favor. What I kept getting was even the spaces you don't realize you touch.
Mm.
It's such a beautiful feeling to know that I share this world with you because you really do expand over so many things that you may not even be aware of, but are felt deeply.
Mm. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Anything else, Bridget?
No, thank you, Gina.
Yeah, thank you.
One of the things that we love so much about doing this group work is everything that we say has to also pertain to Kimberly, also pertain to Amy, also pertain to every single person who even hears this, right? There is some element of it because, like we said, um, God doesn't waste anything, right? And so tap into how is that true for me as well? What insight can I get from that as well? Right? This is personal and uh this is personal for the person we're talking to and personal for you. So, Bridget, who's next?
All right, Amy, is there a question or something you'd like to discuss, or would you like to pull a card?
You know what kept coming up for me, and I'll try to be fast because, sorry, I want to be slow. I want to be like la la la. Um, I was talking to somebody the other day. I had a gal in my membership go completely viral. Like she gained like, I don't know. I don't even know where she is right now. Like 15,000 followers in 10 days. And normally when I work with the ladies in my membership, I'm like, don't worry, you have time. You can grow into feeling seen. And she's like, all of a sudden, she's being seen, like she's on the map, right? And one of the gals in my membership looked at me and said, what are you going to do when this happens to you? And I about passed out because I didn't realize how afraid I am. I preach this stuff constantly. And the thought of being seen all of a sudden like that made me terrified. And that has like been on my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am still really scared of that. So that's what is coming up for me today.
Do you want insight on just that, or do you want to ask some question in reference to that? And either way is totally fine.
I think for me, it's still realizing how much fear I have of being seen. And like, how do I process that? Where do I start? I don't know.
Okay. Bridget, you want to?
So, one of the tools that I recently did and was super helpful because I didn't realize how much I was holding back.
Mm.
Um, and it was a somatic, like dance release. I was in a room all by myself, played some music, and I pictured myself as a child, not afraid to be who I was.
Mm.
That beginning piece where maybe for you it was wearing two different shoes, uh, colorful tutu and sparkles in your hair and dancing for the sake of dancing, not because it's something that we had to do or are told to do. And then in that dance party that I held for myself, I started with that child that wasn't afraid of anything. And then I literally, Amy, let go of all of the areas that I started to stifle her.
Mm.
And I feel like I can definitely get into like maybe how you do this specifically for you, but finding a tool like that to start to unravel what is holding you back. And it might be a 7-minute journal dump for you. Just getting it out of your body. For me, that's what I needed to move. I needed to dance.
Mm.
I needed to throw things. But I started with that piece of me that at one time was not afraid of anything. And I went mentally into that piece and I started there. And there were
Mm.
tears, and it took more than one time.
Yeah.
Those are just
Mm.
some quick tools.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to preface this because for those of you who are not aware of the teachings that Berkeley's my daughter. I don't know why I said Berkeley. Bridget and I um, that have formed how we process life. It's called MFRE. And the presupposition of MFRE is that we are 100% human and we are 100% spirit. And those principles of our spirit nature and our human nature are opposites of each other. And so I'm about to say what appears to be the exact opposite of what Bridget said. However, I want to say this because I want to preface that it's not one or the other. Even though it's going to seem like I'm going to say the opposite, it is do the dance and, right? Do this and do the dance. It's not one or the other, it's both. Okay? We may never, ever, 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 ever get rid of the fear. Because if we did, we would be functioning from our own power. And guys, for those of you who have been called to something great, and if you're in this environment, you're called to something great because that's who Bridget and I serve, is people who came to the planet who know that they are called to something great. And if you are called to something great, you absolutely will never, ever, ever, ever be able to do it in your own strength, ever. And so that fear sometimes is the indicator. Hey, you're trying to take this on your own. Stop. Trust that God is supporting you. Trust that God is going to keep you. Trust that God is going to give you the information that you need as you walk through the fear, right? It's feel the fear and do it anyway. Because knowing whatever you fear on the other side, God's there with you. So yes, we do the dance and then we take the step and then what we think is going to happen might happen. And then we trust God for it. And then we do some more dancing and then we trust God some more for it, right? This is the 100% us do the dance and 100% spirit supported by God. It's both. And so, Amy, you trying to not have the fear is the thing that is keeping you in the fear, right?
Mm.
Trusting that God is with you in the fear is what's going to dissipate that enough for you to start stepping out. and not even stepping out physically, because you do show up physically. It's stepping out energetically. Because guys, we can be doing all the things in the physical and still not have the results, because energetically we're still back here playing small.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
So trusting that whatever you fear on the other side of doing the thing, God's with you in it. And that's really the power of relationship with God. It's not just the results. It's knowing we're never alone. It's knowing we're never not supported. It's knowing that we're always okay, that we'll always be okay, that no matter what we face, we have the power that creates universes in us, for us, as us.
Thank you.
Yeah, girl.
I
Yeah,
love
girl.
how, and again, this is the power of a group dynamic, but I love how Gina, I feel this very energy expansive feeling. And Lori, as you're speaking, Amy is the human showing up. And one of our free practices, I am 100% spirit and I am 100% physical. And these are the two, Gina, very expansive spirit, and Amy, very seen human. I just love the group dynamic that we can talk about and I can see both sides in two different people. I love it. So thank you.
All right, Kimberly, what you got for us?
Interesting when you talked about the group dynamic. Both um, of what you did for the previous two ladies affected me too, because I was going to ask about my guides and my ancestors that I had never met and them being here to support me. And then I got from what you were saying too. I was like, yeah, it's kind of, just trust it. They're there, they're with you. So I think just, that relief and that that understanding. And for me, I work from a very direct perspective. It's almost like I need spirit to just come through. It comes through people and speaks right at me. And then I'm like, I knew it. It's almost like a confirmation. So I think because I was, two questions I had were already answered being the previous two ladies, I would like to go with a card.
Okay, I love it. Okay, let me change the order just in case. And 1, 2, or 3.
Three.
What? I'm sorry.
Did you ask me one, two, or three?
Yeah, 1, 2, or 3.
Three.
Okay. I didn't hear your answer, so
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah. I
apologize.
mean, I'm like, did she say that out loud or did I hear it in my head?
All right. Okay, there is your picture. This is a
Okay.
little harder to see, but can you
Yeah.
see
Is
that?
that like
The
a
three
group of
people?
women or three people? I see.
It actually looks like one in the center and two on each side. So there's one here, one here,
Okay.
one here, one here.
I
Yeah.
see them now. Yep. Okay.
Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and
Oh,
beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher.
I feel like those words meant something to you directly,
hmm.
Kimberly.
Yes, because I have been actually in the last few meditations and some work that I've done with some meditations with clients where I called in the Christ consciousness. Mother Mary has been showing up a lot, and I usually see it as a pink rose on the heart, and she of 1,000 roses.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the fact that that came up and then the sisterhood thing, because that's also been very prevalent in my life lately, is connecting with women and walking my path as a spirit priestess, if you will, because that's something that also has come up for me many times. and an awakened teacher. So
Mm.
it's no coincidence that that card showed up, especially with the person in the center and the people, yeah, being healed by that person is what took from it. Yeah, it did resonate deeply. Wow.
There's, in the Bible, it talks about every language, like listening to God in every language. And um, even after Jesus was crucified and the Holy Spirit came down and all of the disciples, everybody heard the Holy Spirit in their own language.
Mm,
And what's coming up is, and it's a lot for me too, is this remembering that we speak in our own languages, but it's all one power, one benevolent love.
mhm,
And I love that you said, like, just the spirit that you're feeling, and you might use a different word than somebody else uses, but it's all divine love. And I love how Lori and I have talked about this, where I feel like um, sometimes I haven't been spiritual enough, or sometimes because I'm church, like I am deep raised in church, then I can't
mhm,
be spiritual, and vice versa. And I see you as that beautiful piece in that overall puzzle of we all speaking our own language. And the work, as you were talking, what I was getting is your path is so beautifully laid out. And I just really felt like you were like confirmation, just like you said at the beginning, confirmation, check. Thank you.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, thank you for that
Um,
because language is
so
important.
as I was reading, the word mystic came up like loud and clear. And I feel like you have a little bit of the dichotomy of, okay, there's either that thing that you were saying, that bold and assertive, and you are a very strong, especially, and I've never seen you coach, but what I'm perceiving is that you are very much a in your face, like, let's get this shit done, let's, like let's show up, let's play big, let's, and you're very assertive in it. And it's almost like you see the mystic part as this or that. I either need to be soft and mystical and spiritual and
Mhm,
sisterhood rose, or I am in this place of bold and moving forward and doing the human thing, and like, but what I see is this calling for you to allow yourself to really embrace that mystic as you stand assertive. And I see this, that is going to become your strength. And I know right now you're doing the feminine, you're working with some feminine energies and things like that. And whether we cognitively recognize it or not, we've been so programmed that the feminine is demure and walked over and walked on. And
mm,
if I tap into my female energy, then I have to be quiet and subdued. And what that mystic energy is calling for is absolutely not, right?
right.
The feminine energy of that mystic within the human, I'm going to say masculine, because we believe that assertiveness is masculine, but
Mhm,
really it's just the physical and how it appears, because the power is that mystical energy. How it shows up is assertive or somebody who's a little bit more quiet and a little bit more, but the power behind it does not need to be different. Right. And so really allowing that integration of that mystic and that assertiveness that is really what makes you, what is so attractive about how you coach and who you are and how you show up and what you came to the planet to really show up as, and blending those two things is going to allow the ease of stepping out. So yeah, love it.
You guys are
Anything?
amazing. Yeah, you guys are pretty amazing. The fact that she brought up language and then you talked about the combination, because I do look at myself as a bridge between, like, the work that I'm doing can touch an atheist all the way to, the most devout Christian and anything on the spectrum in between, as well as those that follow indigenous and more ancient wisdom, if you will. My work blends all of that. So the fact that you both just touched on that between the language and the combination is just, yeah, it's magical. It's like I said, I needed it directly for my confirmation and I got it. So
Yay.
they can't
That's
be more
awesome.
direct than that. I can't wait to send you some pictures later, Lori.
Fantastic.
I also, again, just I don't know why my mind is blown each and every time. So for me, again, this group dynamic and one of our practices being I am 100% spirit and 100% physical, and I see Gina spirit side, Amy showing up human side, and then this beautiful integrated piece in Kimberly, like boom, boom, boom. This group dynamic is truly magical. And one-on-one sessions are fabulous and right, like I look at it all as things that I need at different times and different opportunities. I need it all. I need it all. And so thank you guys for saying yes to the invitation to show up here and play with us in this, because it blows my mind. And I love that you allowed me to play this way.
Yeah, and I want to give a little tool because just exactly what Bridget was saying, this how we individually show up at different times is the power of utilizing the 100% human or the 100% spirit. But we may need one or the other a little bit more at any given time. And so one of the tools I love, because in the human, the law or the principle is addition, right? When we come on, there's Bridget plus Lori plus Kimberly plus Gina plus Amy, which gives 5 people on this call. However, on the spirit side, it's multiplication. So it's Bridget times Lori times Amy times Gina times Kimberly. So the energetic power is multiplied. So it's the power to the 5th power, right? And so if there is something that you see in these beautiful women, and now I'm talking specifically to whoever's watching this after the fact, if you're looking at Gina and you hear Bridget going, yeah, I just see this expansive energy of you, and you're like, I know I'm functioning too much in my human and I really need to be functioning in that energy that Bridget's talking about, that Gina is in. Guess what? All you have to do is say, I'll have some of that. I'll have some of that. I need some of that, because it's multiplied. So guess what? When you receive that, it actually amplifies for everyone involved. And if you're like, man, I'm so out in my spirit and I can't move forward, I'm not showing up on social media, I can't do the physical thing, just look at Amy and go, I'll have some of that. I'll have some of what Amy has to be able to show up consistently in the physical, right? And if you're like, man, I need some of that bold energy that Kimberly has, then just say, I'll have some of that, and then receive it. Because that really is, guys, that is how simple energy works. Just I'll have some of that and allow yourself to receive it. And it doesn't take away from any of them. It amplifies it in them. Yeah. So good. So again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. If this is fun for you and you would like to tap in and be part of one of these groups, we're going to have a calendar link down in the description for you to come on and play with us as well. But in the meantime, Bridget, as always, thank you. You're amazing. I love sharing space with you. Thank you, ladies, for all of the insight that you gave me and just your presence being here and showing up.
Thank you.